What up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Um, where should we start? Um, all right, we're good for now.
Yep, sounds good to me.
All right. So, if last week y'all remember, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Hopefully today they're fixed. If you guys can you like the video, subscribe, and yeah. So, what happened? Congrats to Ohio State. They are the national football college champions. They won last night against Notre Dame pretty easily for the most part. Um, so shout them out if you're an Ohio State fan. Um,
Fuck them.
what else? So we have the Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship. And we have the Kansas City two-time world champion going for a three-peat in the AFC against the Buffalo Bills. Um, where do I want to start with all of this?
And still, Marab Davarlashvili and Islam Makachev are champions.
Makachev, that was not gonna. That was never a fair fight to begin with. Islam's too good to have a 10th-rate player or fighter come in and try and dethrone him, even if it was on short notice. I never gave that fool a chance to win the fight.
Yeah.
Marab's too good too. People may think he's not, or you're underestimating him. If you haven't watched him, dude, he's too good. On the feet, he went against what people consider the best boxer in that division in Sean O'Malley.
Yup.
Beat him up. Went against probably the best wrestler in Umar Nurmagomedov this past weekend. Beat him up. Like, where is his weakness?
He does not have
He's
one.
got a motor like no one else. He can go pretty much all night.
Yeah, he's probably going to run through the 135ers and push to 145. That's his best bet. Like, run through as many as he can because Peter Yan probably going to fight or O'Malley's next. One of those two.
And I was even thinking because they said Armand's not going to fight Islam now because of whatever.
Dana don't believe his
Yeah,
back injury.
he doesn't think that he's got a legit back. So my pitch is this: give him to Poria. We don't want to see Volk no more. He's already beat him twice.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to see him fight Charles. He beat him up already. Don't want to see him fight Dustin. Beat him up already. He's ran through the entire division.
Yeah, there's like one or maybe two guys.
Taporia is the freshest. He seems fairly possible if he can win. Like, at least he's a new face. I mean, it's at
Oh, you
least
said
entertaining.
Taporia. I thought you said Poirier. Oh, I was like, why the fuck would they give him
Ilya
Taporia? Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good fight.
Yeah, like that's who I don't necessarily like Taporia. I think he still gets smashed, but
Too small.
At least it's a fucking fight that we've not seen.
Yeah, he's just too small.
Yeah, like there's not a fighter right now unless you tell Islam to move up to 170 and go fight whoever, Balil or whoever is going to be the champion there. It's just he's too good in that division. And it sucks to have to say that like no one's going to beat him.
No one. There's
I
not
think Armand could have, whether it was a true injury or he was. People claim that he wasn't going to make weight, and that's why he decided to make up an injury. I don't know, but at the end of the day, he doesn't deserve a second chance currently.
Yeah, not right off the jump. Not you ruined the whole pay per view at that point.
Go fight Charles, and if you beat Charles, then cool.
Yeah, whoever you have next, if you think Ilya's the next guy, fucking have him fight Armand. He shouldn't be the.
I think you give Taporia the title right away. He's the champ already. You gave Volk the title twice.
Yeah, but he was a champ for a long time. You know,
Yeah.
there wasn't really anybody he could fight. Ilya has a lot of people he could fight.
Maybe he just smashed fucking Holloway.
Smashed him.
And then he beat Volk, obviously.
Yeah.
Those are the two guys I feel like that are probably the best in the division. So it's like, well, just give him a chance to be a two-time champ. I mean, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan, but at least it's entertaining.
Islam made a point though. He's like, I'm tired of fighting these 145ers. He's like, I have nothing to gain, and they have everything to gain. He's like,
But even as 55ers, he's not doing anything. You know what I mean? He's not moving the scale. He's got to move up to be challenged.
Yep.
Like if he moves up and he goes and fights Leon Edwards,
Smacks him.
and see what happens there. Maybe gets a title shot, or they give him a title shot off the rip. I don't know.
170 don't have very many wrestlers other than Belil. Belil's like the.
I mean, Usman's a wrestler, and
Colby,
Colby's a wrestler.
but Colby's washed. Usman, we've seen he moved up already, so.
I don't know. I mean, you just got to put in a different face. Like, it just comes down to that. Like, where are you trying to go? Because that right now, there's not a fighter that I'm very intrigued to watch.
Yeah,
Like-
maybe if O'Malley won the Marab and then beat Marab or beat Umar now, would be like, oh, all right, that's a superstar. But he didn't do it, and now you're looking at a lot of guys are very
Think
foreign
about it.
and very.
Think about it. We got Duplessis gonna fight Strickland.
No one cares.
That's not necessarily a really entertaining fight. Like, no one's really a Strickland fan, and no one's really a Duplessis. I think Duplessis dominates. And then what? Adesanya wins the weekend after or before, whatever weekend he fights, and then he gets another title shot at one of these dudes that we don't even necessarily think are the greatest champions. Honestly, like
they're just the
even
fillers.
Adesanya, it's like it's not necessarily you're not really entertaining me either because you had to fight Pereira a few times to beat him. That's what I'm kind of curious about too. Like Pereira has already ran through the entire division. And now he's probably gonna fight Parashka for a third time.
No,
Yeah,
they announced March 8th. Him and
No, but like after he fights Onkolov or whatever.
yeah, Ankalaev.
Because they're thinking he's gonna beat him because
Yeah.
he's not a fighter,
Mhm.
and then he's probably gonna beat him. But then you get Parashka, and it's like, well, yeah, Parashka. He's not a shitty fighter, so yeah, probably eventually he's gonna beat Pereira, just like Adesanya did.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna say what? Oh, he's the best fighter ever. Why? Because you fought a guy a number of times and finally beat him. That's why I don't really respect Adesanya's win because it's like, well, yeah, bro, you're not a shitty fighter, but you fought this dude however many times and then twice in the UFC, and now you finally beat him, and now what? We give you a round of applause, like congratulations.
Well, it'd be cool if he wins the title, then they move 185, 205, one of those two move up or down and fight each other for the belt.
I think Adesanya would end up moving up, but then it's like, I don't know if I even want to see that fight again. Because Pereira at that weight is a different than a 5 weight.
Yeah.
Adesanya seems so skinny. Like, I'm not even sure he can get up to 205, like, where it's, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's going to get to 205, and it's going to be, like, pushing 205. It's not like he's going to walk in 205 and then walk into to the fight the next day at, like, 220. He's going to walk in 205, and Pereira's going to cut to 205 and then walk in at 230.
That's true.
Like,
But that's like the best case scenario for the UFC right now. If Adesanya and Piero
for
fight.
me, the biggest fight right now is like John and Aspinall, which is not necessarily like super entertaining. But
That's
it's
not
like
that
at least
entertaining.
There's a chance maybe John loses, maybe.
Curtis Blades says he'll humble Alex Pereira in the heavyweight. I think that's who it was, Curtis Blades. I think that's who said that.
I'm not even sure anybody could humble that fool in any weight class.
That fool's
You could
fucking.
fucking take whoever you want. The only people I would say maybe is the Aspinall and John Jones. Those are two guys that I think maybe compete with him, but that's still even a maybe. That's a maybe. We'd have to see it. Like, until you see it, then it's kind of like, I don't believe you. Like, you think I'm gonna take Curtis Blades because what he fights in heavyweight? Fuck no. Like, I'm taking Pereira 10 out of 10. So you showed me you can do it, and even Adesanya doing it didn't prove to me that he can do it consistently. Like I said, you fucking give me 5 times to beat someone up, I'm bound to figure it out eventually.
Yeah, for real.
Like, and even then, he was getting beat up that fight. He almost lost. He kind of got lucky with his lucky haymaker, and it landed. Like, that's the name of the game. But at the same time, when a guy has your number, you kind of get lucky. I guess I don't like to say lucky because it's a fight, but it's just one of those moments. So right now, I don't know the fight. There's not a fight in UFC that I'm really super entertained by.
Nothing crazy. Ilya versus Islam, John versus Piera. That's pretty much the two heavies, like the best, like money cards right now. Unless Hamzat somehow does something in the 185, 205 range, maybe that's
Well, they said when Hamzat's gonna get the win. We'll
Sean
see.
Strickland of them.
Yeah,
Oh my
apparently, but we'll
god,
see.
I don't think
The
so.
thing is, hearsay right now. I really don't have gives a fuck about Baloo.
Yeah, that's a shitty division. You got old Covington. Usman moved up to 185. I don't know if he's going back to 170.
I just think he's washed. He can do whatever he wants.
Who else is it? Leon Edwards is a good one, I guess, but he got dominated by Belil. Yeah, that division's
It's so crazy that some people get rematches in then O'Malley did, and then you give it to you give who else is Parashka, but then you don't give Volkanovski against Taporia.
yeah,
Like it's just like how do you determine who and who doesn't? You know,
that's facts.
like it just doesn't. I don't know. Just doesn't seem to make sense to me. But yeah, that was the fights this weekend.
Pretty good. Weren't too
They were
bad.
pretty good. I mean, I'm kind of glad Islam got it done and dealt with like right away. I didn't really want to watch 5 rounds of like domination.
Yeah, because now you can fight right now. You can
Yeah,
fight next
I was
month.
kind of like, I don't want to watch this. We'll get beat. Like as much as that's entertaining, it's not when it's like watching a football team and their one team's just scoring 40 and the other's barely getting across the 50. And no
Yeah,
one wants to watch that game. Like it's good if it's your team, but it's like it's not entertaining. It's not. It's nothing. So, but on to the playoffs. I mean, where do we start? Chiefs are who we thought they were.
Chiefs are exactly what we thought they were. You got to score 30 on them.
You can't score 30, you're gonna lose.
Yep, pretty much. If you
Pretty
can't
much. There's only been one team that scored 30 on them
and beat them.
and beat them, and that's the Bills.
Yep. I mean, we're not gonna count the last week, obviously, that no one played for the Chiefs. They lost twice, but
Oh,
they lost
did
two.
they score 30?
But they just
The Broncos
no,
scored
but
30?
I don't remember what they
I don't
scored.
think they scored 30. It was like 28 or something.
What I'm saying is that game really doesn't
That doesn't
matter.
count because nobody
Yeah.
played.
But yeah, one game they lost. It was to the Bills, and they scored what 37.
They,
Oh, 31. There you go. See, 30 plus wins you a game against the Chiefs, but that was a regular season. Look at Lamar. He's a regular season MVP. That's it.
but like they said, we were watching Colin Cowherd for this. Peyton Manning went through a very, very big slump before he finally made it. And we think Peyton Manning is considerably one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah.
So I'm not, and even then, Peyton had like 4 or 5 MVPs. So it's not like he didn't have the accolades. It's just Lamar was upset about some plays, and yes, there's some plays that should have been smarter plays. Cavi, go to bed. Um, like the Mark Andrews, he should have just gone down. You're driving, you have a chance to win, just go down. Yeah, he dropped the ball, but there's a lot of plays that just it was a bad game from the weather's perspective. I think Lamar and them have something good. They have Derrick Henry. I think they can revamp the defense more than they need to revamp the offense.
Yeah, maybe get a wide receiver, like somebody not too big, nothing crazy. You don't need anything crazy.
Well, they said that they might be in the market for Tyreek Hill, but
I don't know if you need that. It's too much money for a guy
I'll
like
say
that.
this. This is my comparison. You had Tyreek Hill in the Chiefs. They won a Super Bowl with him. Yes, I will admit that. They won the Super Bowl with him. But since letting them go, they're back-to-back champs, about to be a third champ potentially. I mean, They've not lost stride. They've learned how to play. I think this year they're probably the best team I've seen out of the last 3 years, and this is why. They've learned to play mistake free football, knowing you have the best player in the league. Meaning they don't turn the ball, they don't hurt themselves. That's what Lamar and them did this weekend. That's what the Lions did this weekend. That's what the Rams did this weekend. That's what, I don't know about Houston if they turned the ball over, but needless to say, like Kyron Williams hadn't fumbled until since week 12 when they played the Philadelphia Eagles. He
Damn.
fumbled, okay? Jared Goff threw 2 or 3 picks. Okay. And then you had Lamar, they had like 4 or 5 turnovers as well.
Yeah, they had like 3 fumbles in a pick.
And I get they can say, well, they almost won. The Bills played like the Chiefs. Stake free, played perfectly, like no turnovers. Like they didn't do anything to hurt themselves.
Facts.
They did everything just sound football. That's where the Chiefs have perfected. They don't need chunk plays. They don't need the Tyreek Hill over the top. They're like, give me 3 yards, give me 4 yards, give me 5 yards, give me a first down.
Well, every team that won lost in the total yards this week.
Yeah, exactly.
There wasn't a team that had total yards that won. Everybody.
That's what I'm saying is like, you want the flashy. People like the knockouts or the bangers. They like the high scoring, no deep. But sometimes it's just not about that. It's about winning a game. Chiefs are good at winning the game. They don't need to score 30.
Yeah.
Look at Buffalo now. Just like the Chiefs, got rid of Tyreek, got rid of Stephon Diggs, and look at where they're at. Playing, I think Josh Allen had 150, 60 passing yards this past weekend.
Nothing. Yeah, he had shit.
Nothing. But yet, they pretty much dominated that game.
Yeah, hopefully they don't play like they need to score points and start committing turnovers this weekend.
Well, that's what I felt like Lamar and them did.
Yeah.
Instead of just feeding Derrick Henry, they started playing a different type of game.
Yeah, hopefully the Bills don't do some shit like that.
They just need to ride out James Cook, Ty Johnson, Josh Allen on runs. Do that. Get your 5 yards here, 4 yards there. You don't need, like, the splash plays may come, but let them come naturally rather than forcing the ball to somebody, which is why they got rid of Tyreek, why they got rid of Stephon Diggs. You don't need that. You don't need to force the ball. Just you just gotta get it to the end where it's down to one possession.
Well, there's not a wide receiver in our team that really is pass heavy right now. Like maybe Washington is probably
Washington's the most pass
heavy team in the 4 out of the 4 right now.
Yeah, and see, this is a thing too. Like, I'm not selling myself on Lamar. Phenomenal player, great team, great coach. You're playing against some of the best, bro. Like, when you start naming top quarterbacks, Josh Allen's on the top. Yep. Patrick Mahomes on the top. Like, you're going against the best. So, like, to lose to them, yes, sucks. But it's not like you lost to Pittsburgh the weekend before.
Yeah, you would have did that. We would have been like, bro, you suck.
Like, I get it. It's like, well, you're whatever and whatever in the playoffs. I get it, but I would start to look at you differently.
Yeah, because neither one of those have a top 5 quarterback.
Not top 5, nor do I feel like they're a potential championship team.
Yeah, at least Josh Allen and them. We said it through probably beginning of the year. People had Josh Allen and them probably winning the Super Bowl.
Exactly, Buffalo was up there. You probably had Detroit, but also Jared Goff's not necessarily like. I'm not saying you have to be able to run. But you have to be able to control the tempo of the game on top of, at the end of the game, put your team and yourself in a position to win. That's what Patrick does.
That's what Jalen Hurts doesn't do. He's going to probably commit some turnovers this weekend.
Eventually.
He does a little too much sometimes. Like, he doesn't just keep it simple. He tries to do extra shit, like step up, loses the ball. Like,
I mean, the thing is with the Eagles, like, okay, the Rams. The Rams played phenomenal. Now, I think they're a few pieces away, and I would even almost say they're a quarterback away because I think Matthew Stafford's going to retire.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old, meaning they're going to probably end up taking a step back. They could go get a few guys, but we'll see. As far as Detroit goes, losing Ben Johnson could change a lot. That offense isn't going to probably be as creative, probably as crazy with the motions or the substitutions. Yes, you still have a two-headed running back duo in there, but I don't know. I'm gonna say keep an eye on Detroit and see where they go from here because that offense is still any good.
This sucks. It sucks. So does Cowboys offense though.
I'm just saying it just is ironic that the guys we had are the guys that are doing stuff.
That's true.
Because like at the Giants, they're probably kicking themselves like, damn, we let Saquon walk.
Yeah, Tennessee's like the same thing. Like,
Yeah, Tennessee's like, damn, we just let Derrick Henry walk.
Facts.
Like it's just you take those notes and you got to look at it for what it is. It's like, okay, well, how good are these teams and where are they going to be at in the future? Like, look at Jaden Daniels. He has Cliff Kingsbury.
Good coordinator.
If he decides to go get a coaching job somewhere else, wherever that may be, where whoever might want him.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be in Jacksonville.
Okay, let's say he ends up in Jacksonville. What does Washington then look like?
Who knows?
Is Jaden Daniels going to do the CJ Stroud, have a great rookie season, take a regress and step back? Because would we not argue that Bryce Young kind of looked not nice in the final? I mean, we were evaluating it like it's easy to play loose when you're out.
But he looked like a number one pick.
He looked good.
So did Caleb at the end. Both of them started looking
But that's
pretty
what
better.
I'm saying. Like he looked good.
Yeah.
Is Caleb gonna make that leap of where we looked at Young, where he was like, Young isn't that good. He kind of sucks. And then all of a sudden now he looked good at the end of the season.
They said with when we were watching the herd just now, fucking Ben Johnson, your head coach. So it doesn't matter what offensive coordinator you have now. He's an offensive coach.
Right.
You lose Cliff Kingsbury, you're stuck with Dan Quinn. He's a defensive
But
coordinator.
he'd have to go find something.
Obviously, but like that Ben Johnson, you wouldn't even really have to. You'd be like, we don't need it. We don't need a coordinator.
He's like O'Connell, Sean McVay,
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan.
That's the sucky part when you have like Vrabel, Dan Quinn, you have D'Amico Ryans. You know those guys are hard. Rex Ryan's in the head coaching position because you lose your offensive coordinator because you're doing so good, and then your offense digresses like the Texans did this year. They did make the playoffs, but obviously their offense was a little
worse than what it had been last year. And again, two keys, but ultimately, like.
But even CJ Stroud's number went kind of crazy. He only threw like 3 picks last year and then 5 picks or something. Now he threw like 12 or some shit.
Right.
So it's hard to replace your offensive coordinators and your defensive coordinators.
I'm just saying, I'm going to pump the brakes myself, and I'm going to at least let it evaluate over the next 2 to 3 years. By the time their next contract comes, because look at Trevor Lawrence. He got a contract, and I'm not sure. I mean, obviously for Jacksonville, it's good, but in retrospect, did he really deserve? What had he done that, like, really would tell me he deserves a big contract?
He made one playoff, beat Herbert. That was it. I don't think he's made the playoffs other than the one time he beat Herbert.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
Who do you got in those games?
I'm going to treat this like I used to treat it previously. When you had Tom Brady, you're probably going to win. I'm just going to go Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
I mean, I don't want it. I'm just saying that because I've been saying I don't want the Chiefs to win, but I knew they would be here.
We all
Do I
did.
think Buffalo could beat them? I'm going to give it a 23% chance. I think their Chiefs are too good. They're at home. They've never lost to Buffalo in the playoffs.
They've only lost to one team, I think, in the divisional round, and it was Joe Burrow.
No, that was the conference.
I mean, yeah, he's only lost to Burrow.
Yeah, the only other time Patrick Mahomes lost was against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Those are the only 2 times he's not won or been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so
So I'm just saying, I'm just gonna go with house money here.
yeah, I'm
Chiefs are
going
gonna win the
Mahomes.
fucking Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna call it. I don't even care who wins the fucking NFC East or NFC. Yeah, NFC.
Yeah, NFCs.
Because it just doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
don't think Washington will be. I think the moment will just be too big for some of them players.
It'd be lit to see though.
I would love to see it. I would love to see
I was
Washington
like-
there and just. I thought their name was sick. I think it's gonna be a sick logo one day. I said it from the beginning when people thought it was stupid. I actually like Washington more than previous Washington.
Yeah.
Like I like their team. I never claimed to think Jaden Daniels was great. I thought it was kind of weird that he won the Heisman and won like only 9 games, didn't make it to the national playoffs and whatever. But he's proven to me that he seems pretty good. I mean,
You could go back when he won the Heisman. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah,
How the
so-
fuck did he win the Heisman over whoever the fuck was?
all kinds of people.
Yeah, I
So,
was like, who the fuck is
to
this
me,
guy?
he
Oh my god, I fucking hate the Eagles fans. Oh yeah, they have Saquon.
think they're better.
Yeah, their fucking team's
Like-
way better.
They're gonna go in there like the big brother, little brother, and just show why Washington. Congrats for getting this far, but this is where your road ends, kind of type of thing.
Yeah, I think so. I that's what should happen, but
What
I mean,
I'm hoping for is Washington, Buffalo, but those are the 2 teams I think are gonna lose. So I'm going Eagles, Philly.
the only one I'm changing is I'm going Washington. I think.
But you believe they're gonna win. You're not
I
just rooting.
I think they are. I think that defense has stepped up from the last couple weeks I've watched. Like I said, they have Super Bowl players on that defense. They have Bobby Wagner as your play caller. You have Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, I don't think he has a Super Bowl, but he's very veteran savvy. I mean, their defense is pretty good. And then Jaden Daniels, it's hard to say that the light's not going to be too bright because we've seen him already, and he just doesn't give a fuck. He just goes out there and plays the fucking game.
Yeah, but this is gonna be different, man. Everyone can say that they know how things. They're gonna be in Philly, loud as it can be. Probably might be snowing again, like. And I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm just saying. I don't think their defense is good enough to stop Saquon. I don't know if there is a defense that can stop Saquon.
Mm-mm.
And then I just like when it comes to the Washington offense, I think the Eagles defense is actually really good with Gardner and Slay. And I'll say this: Jalen Carter was a steal, and he's just becoming probably the next Aaron Donald, the next like
Yep.
Warren Sapp. Like he's just that guy that he can change the game by himself.
And Cooper DeJean's fucking good.
He's cool. I get it. He's a white corner. Whatever. Don't give a fuck.
He's only allowed like 78 yards all season or some shit. Yeah, so Cooper DeJean's pretty fucking good.
I'm just saying. I hope Washington pulled up. I can't even believe I'm saying it, but oh, somehow if whoever wins the Buffalo Chiefs game, they're the champs. But I thought Baltimore was going to win this past weekend, and of course Lamar. I don't want to say choked, but lost. We're just going to say he lost, and then now we're all wanting Josh Allen and Buffalo to win.
Yeah,
But then
but
they're going to lose.
I don't think anybody I think everybody's going for the Bills, but I think everybody deep down believes the Chiefs are gonna win that game. I Patrick believe that shit. So like if they win that AFC Championship game, there's no way Eagles beat them. There's no way Washington beats them. As much as we were like, if the Super Bowl comes, we're gonna be like,
Even if you know. Here, I just want to see.
they play first too, huh? Oh, they play last. Damn, they gave them the last game.
Why wouldn't you?
I guess that's true.
Get
Yeah, I thought they would give Patrick Mahomes the early game to be rested first. It's Patrick. It's fucking Patrick Mahomes. They give him fucking.
So
That's
this
crazy.
and Buffalo game.
Well, the Chiefs and Texans were the highest rated NFL. Yeah, that's what they had like 39 million people watch it.
No.
Yep. The Chiefs and Texans were the highest rated game. But yeah, I hope Bills win, but highly doubt it. Washington, hopefully, I have them winning. I think they're gonna win. Nothing.
Kathy, go to bed, bro. Shows it.
Yeah, I know that was like in the 30 millions, and they were the highest rated of the weekend.
Either way, I just
It's that Taylor Swift effect, dog. They just people don't even care about the Chiefs. They just watch because they know fucking Taylor Swift.
I just fucking hate the Chiefs. I don't hate the Chiefs.
I don't hate the Chiefs.
It's cool.
Fuck it. It's like I said,
it's over it, bro.
it's like the Warriors. Like we're like, when's they gonna
Yeah, but
win?
they
Yeah, but
didn't care.
they were close.
We didn't care.
They had a chance. They were in the finals that year to win a threesome. Yeah, they were. Look, they won. They went to the finals to LeBron like fucking 5 years in a row, and LeBron won one of
Three in a
them.
row. They were there for a. I don't think they were there for a third.
Yes, because the clip is of that fucking fat Mexican dude asking Steve Kerr, "How do you feel about the threesome?" And he goes, "Do you the threesome?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "You mean the three-peat?" Yeah, they were about a three-peat, and then LeBron fucking said, "Cleveland, this one's for you." That's why it's the greatest finals of all time, other than Dirk Nowitzki's. I think it was like 2016.
So we had
It was Warriors Cavs like 2014 to 2018 or some shit.
so it was Warriors won 4-2, then they lost 4-3, then they won 4-1, then they won 4-0, then they lost to Toronto.
Oh,
So
that,
they technically had
that's who it was. That's who they lost to. I was like, I know they lost to one of the fucking. They lost to.
So they went to 5
They lost. Oh yeah, they did lose to Toronto. That's when KD and
What's his name?
Klay Thompson got hurt. That makes sense now. Yeah, they almost three-peated.
They almost.
See, they were there. Now it's the War or the Patrick Mahomes and them. And hopefully they go and they lose to the Washington. That'd be so funny. They're like, "Yo, KD, this one's for you." Kevin Durant is probably so high. He's probably the only one other than myself going that says Washington could actually win the game. Doug. They have the better quarterback. Jalen Hurts?
His experience in the Super Bowl. Why do you think he's doing good? Everyone could say, "Oh well, he has Saquon. He didn't have Saquon the first time in the Super Bowl.
Who they
He
lose?
didn't even have AJ Brown. I don't think
Who
when he went.
who
to
they
the
lose
Super
to?
Bowl. Who?
Eagles.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, they hopefully.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Hopefully they don't win.
like as much as I don't, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, and I'm not saying Jaden Daniels isn't great. I'm just saying, as much as Jaden Daniels has done so far, everyone would agree they've overachieved. No one's seen them being here, which
No.
maybe they did, but I even think that they would think that they're lying. Now, the thing, because I would have bet money that no one would have taken Washington last week.
Washington? Oh, against Detroit?
Yeah.
Hell no. I was even saying, man, I hope they win, but
Yeah, nobody was.
Fuck,
so that's what I'm like. Yeah, we're all hoping this week that Washington wins, but in reality, we know it's inevitable. The Super Bowl logo is green and fucking red. There's a conspiracy.
Imagine.
No, not imagine. It's been like that for the last like 4 or 5 years. So to me, it's not even fun no more. Not having.
What did they go for? straight? 4 straight Super Bowls? That motherfucker has 5.
No, I think if they win it this year, they're for sure not.
They won't win it for like 4 or 5 years.
Already.
They're gonna win it.
Here.
They're gonna win it. They are the fucking best. They're the fucking best.
8 years. Super Bowl winning.
Yeah, they don't fucking.
Yes.
They're fucking sick. The only team that beat them in the Super Bowl was Tom. The
Only other goat.
yeah.
The other is the current goat.
Yeah.
It's as sad as it gets.
They're in the stable by themselves right now. Yeah, it's fucking making it look fucking easy.
Too easy.
Yeah, he's like championships.
This wide receiver.
Mm-mm.
I'd probably say if you started ranking his wide receivers, they're probably bottom half, if not bottom.
Well, everybody gave up on Juju. Everybody gave up on Hopkins. Everybody gave up on Hollywood Brown. And those are his 3 wide receivers right now. Oh, Worthy. I forgot about Xavier Worthy.
Kelsey,
Oh, shit.
he's-
Motherfucker has like 1,000 yards or I don't remember what they said. He had like the God.
receptions.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's good. Was the best tight end, best quarterback, best coach. He's shit. What do you think about Mr. Trump back? What do you think about the suspension or the timeout of TikTok?
It's all a control thing.
Well, they got my ass.
Controlling people, low key. It's just think about it. You got people addicted to something that's not in any bit productive, and the thing is people can claim, oh well, they made a living on TikTok. Well, that's their choice. It's like going to get in any kind of job. You're gonna decide what your career is, and you're gonna have to live with the results. Right now, they turned it off. How big of a fucking fit did America throw?
Bro, that's all I seen.
Everyone was crying, and everyone could say, "Oh, you're a hater because I don't use TikTok. I'm not an addict." And people will say, "I'm not an addict." Be honest. When you're on TikTok, how long are you on TikTok for? And just not, you don't have to go crazy. Just be honest.
Well, I
just wanna hear-
have it like where it shows your screen time or how use. I would be like TikTok would be the highest one, and it'd be at like 8 hours, dog.
a day.
Yeah,
So
I'd
if
be
you're
like on, bro.
a quarter to a third of your day is probably spent on TikTok.
Yeah, my TikTok was crazy.
Thing like, think about it. They have the government wants to control you as it is. You can't tell me that you're never not been on TikTok. You have a conversation and you go get on TikTok, and all of a sudden those things that you were talking about are now in your feed.
Yep,
Okay, so then they take it away,
bro, they're fucking.
and then everyone throws a fit. So then they want to create a savior, and then their savior is Donald. Because did you not read the slogan or the saying that they said? Thanks to President Donald Trump, we're lifting the ban.
Well, I didn't really get to see it because I deleted TikTok, and it's not on App Store no more. So what happened was I started clicking on it like because I was addicted. I was clicking on it and it kept freaking out. It's bad. It's fucking bad. I was like, man, I'm not addicted. I deleted that shit. I was like, fuck this. Trying to
download it again.
No, it's not on the App Store. You can't.
Oh, you can't download it if you download.
Yeah, I fucking can't watch TikTok. Good thing I'm a YouTube guy. So
yeah. So that's the thing though. Like, so it had the saying, and I'm if y'all don't believe me, and y'all don't. Go watch Mind TV. It's a dude. He deals with conspiracy theories, but it makes somewhat sense. I'm not saying I believe it 100% myself, but the thing is it's called psychops or whatever, and essentially there's phases. So there's a phase where China created this app for Americans to get you addicted. Phase 2 was to remove the app because they want to start what they would consider a civil war in America because the people want to turn on the government already.
Yeah, makes sense.
Whether you're red or blue or you're TikToker or not TikToker, they want to turn on America. So the belief is they did phase 2. Phase 3 is to create a savior. Donald Trump. He saves it.
Trump.
I haven't seen everything because he hasn't put the video out, but he's supposed to be putting the video out of like how the rest of it's supposed to play out, and it's playing out like there's people that are like in the government system or have been in the government system that have already come out and they're talking about this. Mm-hmm. They're like, this is China has infiltrated America, but like without having to actually come in the way you would think. It's all new infiltration based off technology.
Yeah.
You don't have to go in there yourself. You just have to implement something that's going to cause ruckus, and it's TikTok.
Yeah, it makes sense because people were addicted. I mean, obviously, I was on that for 8 hours a day and shit.
Bro, everybody was.
It was just easy to watch like Twitter clips and
video after video after video.
Yeah, it was so
video.
fast. It was just like it was one of the fastest like apps you could just I guess because like who wants to watch a 30-minute video sometimes of the same shit. Like
everybody is fast. They live in the so-called fast life in technology.
I mean, it's been good since I haven't had it for however many days it's been.
But see, that's why I never feed into things that I don't necessarily find rhyme or reason. Was I ever a product of social media addiction? At one point I was. Like, there was a point where I would have to, even if I didn't watch what exactly was going on, like, I'd have to click everyone's story on Snap, or I'd have to watch, like, the stories on Insta or on Instagram. I don't know if they'd have it anymore, but you used to be able to scroll to a point where it would say like feed caught up, like you've caught up to the end of the feed.
Oh no, I never done that.
And then like I would just do all that.
Oh,
and I got to the point like, what am I fucking doing?
Yeah, like
I'm just doing it to say I did it. Like,
yeah, I was on that
no
shit.
Point.
I was on that shit forever.
Like I was even talking about it the other day. Was like, in all honesty, I don't really fuck with social media. Like Snapchat, not really. Now, a lot of like the kids from school, they'll use Snapchat to communicate more. So like there's group chats and stuff for like that kind of stuff. So but seldomly do I use it either way. Facebook is more marketplace.
Yeah.
Instagram, it's like I like to get ideas for like workouts or clothes or other things like that. Yeah, not so much like.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Mine's like clothes and like tattoos and shit.
X is more just my news feed.
Yeah, that's all that's all I go on X for. Like if I'm looking for something.
What's going on? What's trending? Who's popping? What's this?
That's how I really verify shit. Like when they were like, Donald Trump put a law that women that do child support can't claim their kids. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I looked it up and fake news. Fake news. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all lied. Facebook, y'all liars. Mark Zuckerberg, get back on banning shit.
You have to fact check everything. Like, there's nothing that you should believe right off the rip.
You gotta do.
You really gotta do your research. If you're looking for an answer, then go find it, but find it properly. Don't just take fucking so and so's word for it because they're fucking bittersweet about Kamala not winning or whatever. You know what I mean? So,
do you see all those dudes on the Donald Trump bus? Like the Nelk boys
and Vaughn and then Paul brothers.
Yeah, Connor.
Yeah. Did you know that Connor just had a civil lawsuit for raping a girl?
Yeah, he just lost.
She had to go to the doctor to get like all her shit.
Yeah, he lost like millions of dollars.
Yeah, and he's got 2 more still pending. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy because in a civil suit, you basically
you won't get no criminal time.
No criminal charges are filed against you. It's all money.
All money related.
But God forbid some Joe Blow does that type shit. They're in prison, bro.
Yeah, she probably owns part of fucking Proper 12 or something. She probably
maybe, but
yeah, you never know.
It's crazy because it's like for what Connor's name's worth,
it's billions.
It's not worth putting him in prison.
Yeah, he's worth billions. It's like if LeBron had that.
Because why is P. Diddy being charged differently? Is he black?
He's black.
I'll give a fuck. I'll
Yeah,
say it.
just
So it's
kidding.
because it's black.
Yeah,
and
he's
Connor's
fucking.
white?
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
I mean, that does seem like a discrimination. It just is weird because, like,
the only
if
white
Connor
person.
did that shit, like I said, you take any other man and you put him in that same position, bro. There's no way that person's stepping foot outside of those fences.
It also happened overseas. It wasn't in America, so.
Well, no, one was.
Oh,
One
shit.
was at the New York Knicks game.
Oh
The
fuck!
security guard did the girl leave the restroom and he went.
Oh shit! I didn't know
But
that.
I mean, these are all.
I thought it was.
these are
overseas. Damn.
allegations. Like,
But,
I'm
like-
not gonna be putting any kind of truth behind it. I'm just saying. This
But it's
is-
only been black dudes that have been getting caught, like arrested. R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, P. Diddy. You know, Jay-Z's gonna be the next one. The only white guy was Epstein, and we don't even get his list. And he had multiple people, so it's like
I'm just saying, bro. Like, it just seems ironic, and I don't know. Like I said, the
They're
government's
racist.
super kind of fucked. And I'm curious: is Donald Trump gonna fulfill his promise? And he's
extension. What else did he do? Oh, transgenders are no longer transgenders; they're boys and girls again. And
which is kind of crazy that that's what he felt was important.
he knew it. And then Lil Duval tweeted at Caitlyn Jenner that she has to change her name back.
Because she was all, congrats, Mr. President.
She was-
Thank you to God. And he's all, well, you gotta change back or whatever.
Order law by Daddy
Yeah,
Trump or
yeah.
something. That shit, was,
Damn.
that shit had me dying, bro.
But that just show everybody is not fucking with the woke shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking sue the company that fired me for the woke shit. I'm like, yo, I need a civil lawsuit from this.
Dead ass.
Connor, can you help me?
Connor, you got
Connor, I need help.
Hey, man. It is what it is. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm wondering what's gonna come next.
Mr. Beast is buying TikTok. We got on there and said he was going. He's on the plane to
He's the
buy it.
devil.
Yeah, he probably is. Low
He
key.
is the fucking devil. That was weird. I watch Nick Merckx a lot, and what does like videos of like
Yeah.
that fool, and he's like that fool's smile, and he's like something stanky about him. I'm like, hell yeah, that fool does look stanky.
That fool Nick Merckx makes me laugh. He's like, I can't believe Tim the Tap Man's better than me at a video game. He gets all pissed off.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, so I don't know. TikTok. If you guys are on TikTok more than 5 hours a day, you're addicted, bro. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. You're on your phone for 5 hours a day. You're addicted to your phone. I don't even. Let me see what my. Hey Siri, show me my screen time for today.
What the fuck?
Why?
Today I have 5 hours. Which
I have 2 hours. Oh, I have 3 hours and 9 minutes. 1 hour of it was on Tetris.
yeah, so 5 hours. Normally it's about 11, but today was a different day. Today I had a busy day.
Yeah, but that, like I said, like if you're on your phone that much, bro, that's major. I've barely been on it for 3 hours. I've been up since about 6, and I won't go to bed till probably about 10. So I've been up for about 6. I'll be up 16 hours. So about 16 hours. It's almost. I'll probably be on it for at least up to another hour. So that means a quarter of my day was on my phone. That's a lot. Even that's a lot. Like a quarter of my day.
But there's some people that have like I said, 11 hours. I had 11 hours because I was doing shit,
We should do it like a poll or something. Like how many? Like
Motherfuckers probably don't even have their shit like that.
put it
Like,
on Instagram and see if everyone will take a screenshot of their hours and see how many.
oh, dude, these bitches have like fucking probably 12, 14 hours.
What do you think would be the common consensus?
10.
10
Ten-
hours, double digit hours a day.
Bro, if I was doing it and I didn't even realize it, like today I wasn't on my phone because I was actually busy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, it's crazy how nonchalant we are about being on our phone. And the only reason I was on my phone was I was just trying to kill time earlier. So I throw on Tetris, like it just gets my mind off of like whatever else, or just keeps me a little busy.
Yeah, my boss was talking, so I was on Facebook.
So
No, I'm just kidding. Imagine.
yeah, but that's I don't know, dude. That's a lot of hours.
Fuck yeah.
So
I
you
wonder-
guys that are on, even outside of TikTok, but especially TikTok. Like if you're spending, let's say you're on the phone for 10 hours and half your time is TikTok.
Let's see. When I had TikTok, let's see. What day is that? So they don't have TikTok on the thing because it's not an app anymore. So they put it called Zelo app musically. It's 6 hours on Thursday. So I was on there till like 5 to 6 hours on TikTok.
Dog. It's a lot of hours.
Yeah, now I regret it.
Because thinking about all those hours, you could have been doing something.
Yeah, you could have been doing whatever. You could have been running over cats, getting stuck in your goddamn axle.
Yeah.
RP to that fucking cat.
Fuck that on cats.
Yeah,
What
fucking
else?
cats.
Trying to think of what else. It's mainly sports.
Yeah, and Donald Trump just getting I don't even know how to say it. How do you say when you got put into
Inauguration.
inauguration? Got to make sure to say it right because
Yeah, we'll see what he does. I mean, I've said this from the beginning when I probably was able to vote. Like, what he does not affect my life. Like, it's not gonna bother me. Like, I'm gonna do everything I do already. I gotta go to work. I'm gonna pay my taxes, pay my bills. Like, whatever he does doesn't affect me. So, if you guys think it affects you, maybe you're fucking trans. I don't know.
there's no volume again.
For real?
It just went off because I checked it earlier before we.
All right. Well, let's log off. Peace out.
I don't know why I did that because I literally shows volume right here.